Hello there, fellow Reachers, and welcome to a very special Halloween edition of the Reicher podcast.
Which is also an extended edition.
Yep, we've got a very special guest for you today. It's Anita, all the way from Florida. So she's going to be coming in and psychoanalyzing James and Eugene. So
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and then we've got Ross Wilcock. He's going to be singing for us on this one.
And also, following that, we've got a wonderful Q&A with good old Joe Worthington, another gay.
Yeah, and he's going to be gayer than ever, I can assure you. That man, there's not a straight bone in his body. They're all bent. Because he's a fucking homosexual twat.
And we're proud to have him on this show and support the gay community.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't like him, but there you go. Everyone's different. Let's get him on.
Yep, let's just question him and see what he gets up to, apart from all the bum fun.
Absolutely.
Along with that, we've got a variety of Halloween-themed special appearances today. First of which would be a costume contest of disabled monks.
Yeah, can't wait for that. The majority of them didn't even have to dress up, such as Ashley McGee, who is already Hmong intensified. So that's brilliant.
So you've got that to look forward to. We've also got a wonderful feature from good old Cloak Reacher German, who has actually provided free pre-recorded stories for us relating to Halloween.
What a great man.
Exactly. And then to top things off, we've got a great fan mail section. Hopefully we'll have some responses to the annoying James Johnson feature.
Absolutely. You've all been emailing in. So that was a success. We might do that as a recurring theme on the other podcasts.
It's an exciting thing to have such a wonderful fan base, and of course with such a controversial but overall rewarding and awarded podcast show, it's just great to have such a wonderful following.
Absolutely, and I've been reading a few of them as well, and they are dynamite, so can't wait for that. But first, what's been going on in the Hmong community then?
Funnily enough, James has gone quiet, other than obviously reposting that Ghostbusters shite.
Yeah.
Which, we can't seem to escape, nor can we drill it in that no one cares.
Yeah, although he did feature in that brilliant film, A Space Oddity, Hmong.
Hmong, A Space Oddity. I do recall that. I believe there's a third part in production.
There is, and the director said that there's many to come. So
new series.
Brilliant. On to More Woman. Now, we do feature More Woman every month, but a fan emailed something in, and it is both grotesque and hilarious. So we're going to share that with you.
I've got the email up here. This is emailed in from Dwayne French Lips, which is an unusual surname, but Dwayne writes in here and says, "Hello, Reicher podcast. My name is Dwayne and I am 62 years old. Brackets. I must be your oldest listener. You probably are, Dwayne, but we respect you either way."
Yeah, definitely.
But he goes on to say, and he's got one or two screenshots here. I'll put one of those on screen here, so then all you Reachers out there can refer what he is actually referencing. Yeah. But he goes on to say he found a deluxe hovercraft on clearance, which I assume is a joke. Well, obviously, the image on screen now is quite horrifying. If you want to give your description of it,
I mean, it just looks like someone's purchased a pair of size XXXX, basically the biggest pair of pants in the worst possible colour, And it just seems like they've inflated it, just like pumped it with air. But it's not air, it is her skin. So her skin and her flesh and her legs fill out the world's biggest pair of pants. It's unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. I mean, that looks like buffalo
Two tree
legs.
trunks.
2 tree trunks is a better comparison, but it looks like something that you'd find as wild bison.
I just don't understand where the bones are in there. I mean, where's the feet?
That's just
How does
it.
blood get to the feet in order to walk?
I mean, that must trudge around like some sort of unstoppable mech machine.
She is quite tall as well. We've discovered that she is quite a force of nature.
Exactly. It's honestly quite a strange step in evolution. It's a threat for sure. If I had that trudging down the corridors in Reicher Studios, I think we'd all be fucked.
Well, I'd hang myself before it got to me.
Exactly. I mean, I don't even think we'd have time for that. It'd just trudge right through the wall like the bloody juggernaut.
Well, like one of them Ents from Lord of the Rings. It is like one of them.
Exactly. I mean, it's tall enough.
Put a comparison on the screen now.
Yeah, we'll throw some colourful characters on screen. Compare it.
But yeah, just the choice of colour as well. I mean, she had the option to be discreet about the size of her legs, but no, she bought the brightest pair of trousers possible, and now she's a meme.
Well, that's just it. I mean, people say that the colour black is quite slimming in terms of clothing, but orange. Bright orange.
It'd just literally be like a black hole.
Well, there you go. Maybe that's the reason why she doesn't wear black clothing.
Unbelievable.
We also discovered she's good at archery.
Yeah, which is weird. I don't know how her sausage fingers get around the bow and arrow.
Or how the eyes see the target.
Well, I've discovered she's in the pipeline for a new series, Blind Date, next month. So, brilliant.
Perfect. And will we be debuting that on the podcast?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to speak with Clock Reacher German before.
Just to see if we can get the go-ahead.
But yeah, that is a monstrosity. Honestly, it's a disgusting force of nature, and it needs to be stopped. So if you know where she lives, please stop her. But I mean, if there is any hitman out there, I mean, I think we reached out last week.
I mean, it seems like every week now we are reaching out for hitmen.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they shouldn't be walking around. They're a threat.
It seems like we're finding more and more astonishing beings.
It really does. I mean, a tree trunk-like woman, just limbs are just the thickest form of tree trunk you can find. And it's disgusting.
So email in if you're a hitman, and we'll come to some kind of arrangement in terms of a cash payment.
But then she's blind. So did she even know what colour she was getting? I mean, she is blind. So I reckon her mate who was in that same picture was playing a prank on her.
Maybe she bought them for her, and she still doesn't realise what colour they are. Maybe
she said to her mate, "Well, what kind of colour would you get me? I want black." And then her mate... And then her mate got her the brightest, most awful colour ever, so there you go.
Yeah, and Cook's still unconscious on the floor, whatever that means. So, anyway. Yeah, that's our mole woman discussion. Thank you again, Dwayne, for emailing in those photos. That's much appreciated.
Next, on to the Halloween costumes. There's been some great entries here. It's great to see all of the regulars email in. But we have had quite a few in the line for winning the competition, which is always good.
Shall we go over those sweet, sweet prizes again?
Yes, why not? I think there's a VHS tape of Planet of the Apes. It is a bit battered, but it's a prize. So if you've still got one of those machines, then you can work that.
Probably watch that with some onions, which we've also got a bag of to give away.
And then we've got a laggy band, a ball of laggy bands, which is good.
And we also had, a CD set of Black Beauty, which is an audiobook. Unfortunately, that went missing last week, so we've downgraded that to a cassette tape, which has something on it.
But never mind the prizes. Check out Hungry Bob's tray passer costume. He's gone full blackface. That's quite a commitment.
It's full dedication. He's even got some kind of prosthetic nose on.
Yeah. I mean, that is just amazing. I mean, he's fully black. Oh, wait a minute. He's coming over. He's going to be doing a bit of talking for us, I think.
Hello, I am Trepasa.
Wow, that's quite a good...
It's a good impression of our old tray passer.
I like to eat KFC and chicken wings.
Actually, I think that might be a bit racist, Hungry Bob. I think you might want to reconsider that voice.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, the good news is you are a contender for the prize, so that's always good.
Exactly. We've also got Bob. Could you just step away now, if that's okay?
Yes. So, yeah. Sorry about that.
It's all right, Bob. Right. Next up, we've got Boris, the Special Yellow Person. Now he's a long-time fan of our podcast, and he doesn't really seem to be wearing a costume of any sort.
Oh, he's a freak as he is, though.
I mean, he looks like, and I'm going to describe this for all the viewers out there. No offense, by the way, Boris, but he looks like sort of a child wrapped in a blanket covered in piss. With some sort of lemon stuck on top.
Sorry about that, Boris.
But that's a good thing, Boris, because you might be on your way to winning some onions and some VHS tapes.
Oh, Ross, I see you've come as a character from The Hills Have Eyes. That's really quite a good costume, actually. Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait a minute.
Oh,
I've just
hang on.
received confirmation that isn't a costume. That is him. It looks worse than last week. How did that happen?
Last week he was proper jazzed up and he was raring to go with all the wonderful stuff that was happening, but this week...
Yeah, I mean, it's a good job he can't hear me through the soundproof wall, but he does look awful.
So, I guess that's an instant disqualification if you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Right, next up, which... this is an interesting costume, I suppose you could say. It looks as though Lance has come in as a Chinese man.
Oh, God.
Lance, do you want to explain that costume for us?
Yeah, so basically, I've sort of like painted myself yellow, like a Simpson and that. And in my pocket, I've got some rice as well, because they like picking rice, don't they?
They do, and that's a very intricate idea you've had there, Lance.
Exactly, because, right, in the fields, they pick rice and that.
They do.
You put quite a lot of thought into that costume, I can tell. Even if it is mildly racist.
And we can see Finley, the mad drunk, has come as Carl J. Perry. We can tell that as he's got a bin liner cape, and he's wearing lipstick and eyeliner. So,
yeah, I mean, Carl J. Perry, for those that haven't heard of that mong, I suppose that's a topic for another podcast, but essentially he was a bit retarded.
Hold on a second, he's coming in the studio. Oh my god, he's drunk. Oh, fucking old Carl J. fucking Perry. Right, get him out.
Come on, no. Go away, Finley.
For fuck's sake.
You've had too much to drink.
Fuck's sake. Can someone just escort him out?
I think that's another disqualification, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, well, it looks like Boris, the special yellow person, is in the...
He's in the lead at the moment, but in a few more minutes we'll announce some more costumes, and we'll keep doing that throughout the show. But I think it's now time for Ross Wilcock to do some singing.
Absolutely. Is he ready now?
I don't think he is.
Is he not? Why? He should be on stage now.
For some weird reason, he's sat on the floor, sort of playing with his shoelaces.
Ross? Oh, he can't hear me. Ross, come in. It's time for you to do a bit of singing.
Is he nodding at us?
Yeah, he's coming in. Right, it might be a bit awkward for him this time. We don't have a live studio audience, but
maybe he'll still perform to the best of his ability. We'll see.
Sorry about that. I was just like having a bit of sleep. So I just like go upstairs now.
Yeah.
Alright then. Alright, let's get this fucking shit-stained fucker on the road then. Fucking bitch. You fucking bitch. Right, let's do it. I was working in the bin late one night when my eyes saw a pair of rubbing 4765 tags from my penis formed from taking a sniff and began to rise. And suddenly, to my surprise, I did the mash. Fuck, bitch. I did the knicker mash on Robin's knickers. The Robin 4775 knicker mash or something like that. It was a depressing mash. Depressing. I've got depression, you know. I ate the mash, the instant mash. It caught fire to the stove and that. I did the smash in Robin's knickers. What do you think of it?
Recently I found out that Costa Coffee were doing some kind of Halloween promotion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've started sort of, you know how they do the sort of peppermint and sort of stuff like that around Christmas?
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing only around Halloween. Oh wait, he's still there, isn't he?
Oh, who?
What's he called? Ross.
I was just about to say I just go to Starbucks for my coffee.
Yeah, I do quite like Starbucks actually. They've really upped their game in the last couple of years.
What the fucking ignore me, bro? You fucking blank at me. I'm just fucking performed for it. I fucking sung my heart out and you fucking treat me like fucking shit.
I also quite like Cafe Nero if you've been there recently.
Sorry, what's he going on about?
Yeah, no, it's like having a fly buzz in the room.
I was just fucking talking and you fucking disrespected me.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, it's talking about something to do with disrespecting him and some shit. Actually, Ross, this is our podcast, so if you don't like it, you can fuck off.
You know, because we've let you in here. We don't have to let you in. We're not obliged.
Fuck you! Just because you've got a fucking podcast doesn't mean you can fucking...
Oh, wait a minute. Don't go near the window. Oh, fucking hell, it's an open...
Jesus!
Someone just shut the window.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't need to be heard.
Jesus Christ, he's hanging down on the ledge out there.
Is he hanging from his Y-fronts?
That's unbelievable.
I mean, that's the kind of thing you see in a cartoon.
I mean, thank God for the soundproof windows, because that was fucking dreadful.
That is just disgraceful in all means of the word.
Linda, can you just send Lance down to the bottom and just send him to get the 20-foot ladders just so he can retrieve Ross, please? Thank you.
Hopefully, Lance can deal with that prat. Anyway, shall we do some more costumes?
Yeah, brilliant. Well, there's been a lot of others that have come in.
Yeah, we've basically dismissed the last lineup. I think the only one worthy of winning in that group was Boris.
Yeah, I mean, he is a freak in himself, really. But...
Exactly. But this time we've got, all the way from Hong Kong, we've got Ken Kong, and he's come in as a giant DVD.
Bloody hell, I mean, is it an illegal DVD? That's the question.
Well, Ken, turn around, 180. Right, if you look on the back, he's actually got a bumper sticker for Ken Kong's illegal DVDs.
Right, well, that is instantly disqualified then, because we can't have any illegals on our show. And I don't know how he came over here, because he doesn't have a passport, so... Yeah.
I mean, that just speaks for itself, so, Norris, next one.
Right, and is that Derek Darvinson? Well, he's just come as himself, surely. He's only wearing a hat.
And a suit.
That's the suit he usually wears all the time.
Exactly. Shall we get him to talk about his costume?
Yeah, just get Norris to bring him over.
Norris? Yeah, no, bring him here. He was getting rid of him.
Yeah, sorry about that, Derek. I just wanted to ask you about your costume. It's a bit shit. I mean, it's your normal suit with a pair of sunglasses and a fedora hat.
Well, it's a funny story, actually. I came home one day from work, and I watched the Blues Brothers, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool to be a Blues Brother? And I thought to myself, where is my dad's old fedora hat? So this is the funny part of the story. I went upstairs to the closet, and I found a box, and I was rooting through it for ages, and I couldn't find anything. And then I went downstairs, and then I rooted through more boxes, and I still couldn't find it. And I sort of asked myself, where is it? So anyway, I went to the backyard, and I went to the bottom of the backyard, and I just really thought to myself, Derek, what are you doing? And then I thought to myself, I can buy a fedora. So here I am.
Well, that was quite the exciting thrill ride of a story there, Derek.
Yeah, you can see yourself out now, Derek. That was great.
Moving on, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think he is going to win.
No, neither do I. I see... Oh, yeah, what the fuck is that?
What the hell?
Is that Martha Goggins she's come as a giant minge?
I mean, maybe she should clarify what that monstrosity of a costume is.
That's right, she's seen me waving, she's coming over. Right. Right, okay.
Yeah, right. Do you like my costume?
What is it that you're supposed to be, Martha?
Well, I came as a giant rich tea biscuit.
Sorry, could you repeat that for all the reachers out there, please?
Yeah. I came as a giant rich tea biscuit.
It's just that, I mean, with, I guess it's the way you've positioned the sort of wrapper around the sort of biscuit centre, which looks very sort of skin-toned in how you've sort of painted it with the papier-mâché.
It looks like a minge.
You look like a giant walking, talking minge.
I mean, it looks terrible. I mean, Lance has already come to me twice saying that he's turning him on a bit.
And we can't have that.
Oh, fuck. Does it really look like a minge, then?
Yeah, it looks fucking dreadful. Not only does it look like a minge, but it looks like a deformed minge. You look like a travesty, mate.
You look like a tranny that's had the old tuck job.
Oh, fucking hell, I'll have to get rid of this. Is it... Oh, I'll have to go around to Mark from the garage, because I think he does DIY, and I think he can take the costume adjustments off.
Right, well, you do whatever you want.
You do what you need to do, Martha, but I'm sorry, but we can't accept this as an entry.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I mean, as if it couldn't get any worse, would you like to announce what that monstrosity is over in the sound booth?
Which one?
I guess the big pink thing.
Is that Brian the sex addict?
I think Brian the sex addict has emerged or re-emerged after years of inactivity, and he has come as something very sexual.
Well, I mean, it's a giant cock. I mean, putting him and Martha, did him and Martha come together?
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, he could just penetrate Martha's costume looking like that.
I still think that should really be disqualified, to be honest.
It is a bit obscene. But what got me is George Mahone. I mean, what is he?
I mean, can we have him explain his costume?
Yeah, Norris, just bring him. Right. Yeah, he's coming over now. Right, here he is.
Wasn't his name originally Pancake Taster?
No idea. Oh, is that what he's come as, actually? Oh, we can ask him now, actually. He's right here.
Hello. I have a big surprise for you.
Have you come as a pancake, George?
Yes, but look at what else I have come as.
Oh, yeah, that's... Wow, brilliant.
I mean, I didn't realise you would actually make a costume that could turn inside out, George.
Yes.
Did you sew this yourself?
Yes.
Then why is there a massive Sainsbury's sticker on the costume?
Right. Oh, yes. I like to shop there.
I thought you worked there.
Yes.
Right, thank you, George. And I guess the last costume we've got for this portion of the podcast is the manager of Sainsbury's, and that is John Brick, who has come as a brick. So that's the second half of the costumes. We now move into a special question and answer segment with fellow homosexual man, Mr. Joe Worthington.
And it looks like Joe's at the door now, ready and fully erect for his interview. No,
fantastic. I guess we can get this Q&A underway with the fellow gay.
Right, let's let him in. Ah, hi Joe, how are you doing?
Yes, very good, thank you.
It's great to have you back in the studio, Joe. Do you want to take a seat where you were last time?
Yes, and I don't want that uncomfortable chair like last time, because I'm pretty sure it gave me piles, which I don't normally have.
Well, I can see you've got the pink pillow under your arm, famously, so by all means, set that down wherever you see fit to sit.
All right, let me just... Right, yes.
Are you alright, Joe? Are you...
Yes.
Right, let's get on with the Q&A then.
Well, we're going to keep you here for about, I suppose, 25 minutes, if that's suitable, just so then we can go through this little list of questions, and hopefully we should have a special guest joining us later on.
Fantastic.
Oh, can I just say, you're looking very smart today, Joe. It's a big change from the massive gay suit you was wearing. Oh, sorry, that was a bit offensive. The pink suit you was wearing last time. You look a lot better than that.
Yes, well, I have come as a blues brother, because I saw that hunky Derek Darvinson had also come as a blues brother.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you won't be happy to hear that.
I mean, I don't really think Derek Darvinson swings that way, but I'm sure he'd be flattered about the suit.
Well, hopefully I can force him to change his mind.
Oh, that's a bit fucking rapey, Joe. Fucking hell.
I mean, we don't condone that here, Joe, so less of the rapiness. Anyway.
Yeah, you fucking predator cunt. Anyway.
Speaking of which, I guess the first question in relation to that, are you surprised when people look at you and say the words, predatory gay?
Oh, yes, but I love it.
Really?
As a follow-up question, why do you love that so much?
Oh, because usually it's the gays that are not predatory, so I like to change it up a bit and stalk people.
Right.
You might not want to say that live on air, Joe. You might get that turned against you or something.
Oh, don't worry, there's already a lot of allegations against me.
Right.
Well, we'll say no more on that subject, but
yeah, maybe you want to keep that to yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. On a more sort of level-headed question, what's your favourite film, Joe?
Oh, it's got to be Sex and the City 2. Although I do like Brokeback Mountain or anything with excessive bum sex.
Right, so you wouldn't necessarily be interested in something such as, say, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, something sort of Western style?
Well, I do like my men, but they are a bit too manly for me. I like very feminine men like Hugh Grant and all those queer puffs.
Right, I'm sure they would be very flattered with those words.
I love the gay bum sex, and I love men who look like they can take a good deal at the...
Oh, all right, let's move on to the next question then, Joe. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's getting a bit racy here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Have you had a bit to drink, Joe? Because you seem a bit intoxicated, if you don't mind me saying.
Ah, well, yes, I have.
So on that subject, I guess, what's your favourite drink, Joe?
Right, well, I would have to go for a cocktail because I love the word cock, and it is a mojito. Sorry, I'm a bit drunk. Fuck me. And it is a Cuban highball cocktail, and traditionally a mojito is a cocktail that consists of 5 ingredients. So you've got white rum, sugar, lime, salt, and you can put it on your cock.
That's
Right.
all really good to go through, I guess, Joe. But unfortunately, we've got to wrap this up with one last question for you in this interview.
Yes.
So I guess the main thing that we topically discussed in our last podcast with you was all this sort of rainbow shit. It's a bit annoying, isn't it?
No.
Well, what's the meaning behind the rainbow, if you don't mind my asking?
Colours.
Right, I see. Well, I guess that answers that.
Yeah. It's been great having you on, Joe.
So if you want to just take a back seat for a moment, we're going to have to clear a little bit of room for the arrival of someone that we have teased now for a number of episodes.
Yeah, so we're going to be moving on to Anita. So, Joe, if you want to just go back into the main room.
Yes, I'm going to take a seat on that Derek Darbinson's lap, hopefully aiming for his cock.
Right, okay, then just go and find him then.
But we're going to have to clear a little bit of a runway here because obviously Anita's wheelchair takes up that much room.
Yeah, she is a disabled. That is unfortunate because she is an intelligent woman and she doesn't look it.
She really doesn't look it until you speak to her, and then you suddenly realise.
You suddenly realise that you're, well, she's superior.
She's superior, but she's also a little bit like a cyborg.
Yeah. And, well, I guess one of the main reasons that she's superior is she is a white supremacist. No, she's not. No, my producers just said that I can't say that because it's not true.
Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Florida, we have in the Reicher podcast studio, for the first time ever on air, Anita Slobsky. Did you realise that was her last name?
I just never heard it out loud before.
I'm sure she won't mind us laughing at her surname.
Well, I mean, she doesn't have a choice.
Not really. She knows the drill and what kind of show she's on.
She definitely does.
Anyway, here she comes.
Here she comes. It's so long.
Hello, guys. Here I am.
Oh, is that you, Anita? Are you there? What?
Anita, are you all right?
Anita?
I am very good, man. How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah, we're both very well, thank you. I mean, it's something that we've teased for a little while, but it's great to finally have you on the show, and yeah.
Yeah, so how was your flight over here? That's a long 9-hour flight you've just had.
Dreadful. Screaming kids everywhere. Budget airlines are horrid as I have no choice but to be amongst the lower inferior classes.
Ah.
Ah, I see. Well, luckily, we are here in the quiet, comfortable studio. I hope this is all okay for you. We've made quite a few sort of special arrangements, but would you like a drink, Anita?
No, I am fine.
Hmm.
Right then. Well, we've brought you here all the way from Orlando, Florida, as you already know.
Yeah.
And I guess your purpose really is to psychoanalyze two monks we've been observing.
Yeah, can you just let us know a bit about your profession, please, Anita? Would be interested to let the viewers know.
Yes, of course. I am a professional psychologist who specializes in human behavior. I mainly work alongside the criminal justice system in America, psychoanalyzing very mentally deranged criminals such as perverts and other such scum.
Right. Well, I mean, surely when an opportunity like this came along, you probably thought you struck gold, right?
So when an opportunity like this came along, I jumped to it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
That's an excellent background of study, and I'm sure this will be a very intellectually stimulating show for today. So we are going to be basically asking you what kind of diagnosis you can provide on not only James Johnson, but also Eugene Johnson as a bit of a bonus.
We're interested to know about both of them.
Well, I have been extensively studying the case of James Johnson for quite some time now, and I feel I have come to an accurate analysis on not only his condition from a professional standpoint, but also from the perspective of his peers too.
Wow.
We'd love to hear both angles on that, if that's okay.
Yeah, definitely. Especially from a person of your profession.
Well, at first glance, it's easy to mistake James for being an innocent, pathetic type who doesn't do much at all with their life. Well, remove the word innocent from that description and you wouldn't be far off. He is a wannabe master manipulator, unable to manipulate even the simplest of beings due to his overwhelming stupidity. He is referred to by us psychologists as an antisocial maniac with a personality disorder. Simply put, he is seen by his peers as a bit of a nonce with weight issues.
Right.
Well, that was very well said, Anita. And, Eugene?
The problem with Eugene is that he is a complete yokel. He is what we call in the profession a pathetic psycho-schizo-mongoloid wangerstein, which is rare.
Right. Well, do you have anything else you want to say on Eugene, or is that just the entire thing?
Also, it is highly likely he lost his virginity to a tractor by shoving his penis up the exhaust as he made extremely unpleasant whale noises. A practice common amongst the yokel community.
Wow. Well,
That's taught us something we didn't know.
Definitely. I mean, it's been great having you on, Anita, really. You've really opened our minds.
Hello! I forgot my pencil.
Joe, we're currently interviewing Anita. You can't just barge in.
I am very sorry. I will leave immediately, right after I find my pencil.
I think it's here, isn't it, Joe?
Yes, that's the one. Excuse me, matey, a bitch, but I've been reading what you've been saying about us gays online, and I think you're a right bitch for saying it as well.
Oh no. Joe, who's this?
That is my assistant, Camp David.
Well, I think you might want to get him out, Joe, before he starts with Anita.
I just want to say that you're a little bitch, Anita.
Right, can we just get some security in here?
Yeah,
please?
Security?
Right, oh no, don't drag Anita off a chair. Oh, no, not Anita. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wheelchair vacant.
Oh no, what's happening? What's that?
Wheelchair
That's
vacant.
her bloody wheelchair going off.
Wheelchair vacant.
Oh yeah, well that's obviously no good.
Wheelchair vacant.
Well, at least there's an empty studio.
Wheelchair
now.
vacant. Wheelchair vacant.
So I guess,
Wheelchair vacant.
I guess with the fact that security have now
Wheelchair
gotten
vacant.
hold of the gays and the gays have gotten hold of Anita and
Wheelchair
we're just
vacant.
stuck now with a massive chair in the room.
Wheelchair vacant.
Shall we do
Wheelchair
the last
vacant.
two Halloween costumes?
Wheelchair
That's
vacant.
just security.
Wheelchair
Can you
vacant.
just get rid of the chair as well?
Wheelchair
Just
vacant.
just take it out, mate.
Wheelchair vacant.
Right, now that's that gone.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah, what a fucking racket.
It's a shame these people seem to have set us back time-wise. I mean, I don't know whether or not we're going to get time to do both the Cloak Reacher stories and, of course, the Halloween costumes.
We haven't come this far just to have gays and Anita ruin our show. But at least she did summarise the mind of Johnson.
Exactly. I mean, that's what we wanted out of all of this, and I think we successfully got that.
Absolutely. More costumes?
We've got 2 costumes left, funnily enough. Norris, do you want to bring... Yeah, bring them both. Right, so this is a strange one. We've got a duo costume here. This is... what are they called again? I believe these 2 are the computer nerds, Ned and Ted, and they are both together dressed as a pantomime horse.
Right, well, that's very good. I mean, who's Ned and who's Ted?
Well, they both look very similar.
But I mean, who's the arse?
I think Ted.
Ted, are you alright with being the arse? Right, well, we'll take that as a yes.
Sounds really enthusiastic about being the arse.
Definitely. I don't know much about their sexuality, but it seems like a healthy relationship.
Sticking with the topic of the gays.
Absolutely right. Now, Ned and Ted, fuck off. Right, what's next on the agenda?
I think that's it for the costumes, but I will say we've got quite a number of emails this week in response to the annoying James Johnson topic.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this, actually. So you've been annoying James Johnson for the past month, and thank you all for doing that. Everyone that did enter, obviously, you are going to be rewarded with £10 worth of Sharpie pens, so that's something to look forward to.
And you can perhaps use those to draw on some paper, and you can draw some obscenities surrounding James's face.
Absolutely. I'm just looking at this one now, just to read one of them out. Dr. John Thompson of Cambridgeshire has commented on James's video. This is rubbish. And then he's signed himself off. Dr. John Thompson, PhD.
Well, it's good to know that someone with a PhD clearly recognises shite content.
Absolutely.
We've got another comment screenshot email in here from... this is from Dungaroo DVD Kangaroo.
That is a great name.
It's a phenomenal name. He says, "Not this again. Let it go. Your channel has been going downhill for years."
I mean, he's definitely right. That is a contender for best insult.
Definitely.
There's one here from Mark Fuster, who I believe is also in the medical profession.
Oh, good.
Who are you, and why are you on the internet? As a sophisticated and intelligent man with 2 degrees and a profession, this is not the sort of thing I'd like to watch. Therefore, I'm going to turn this off and give it a dislike. And rightfully so as well.
I mean, it's good to know, again, that these people are standing up for the content they want to see and what they don't want to see.
Absolutely.
We've got another trouble one here from Rolfie Brumfield, and he's captioned himself as the monkey with dyslexia.
Brilliant.
So he says, and I'm gonna struggle with reading this because, again, he's prefaced this with the fact that he does actually have dyslexia.
Yeah.
But he says, "Why are you doing this again? You keep doing it, and it's just boring now." I don't know why he's included this information here, but he says also, "I've got a massive penis."
Brilliant. Well, at least he's got one advantage.
Exactly. And then he also says, "Shut the fuck up about my dyslexia." And then he signs off as "All my love, Rolfie Brumfield."
Well, that's great. And again, it's good to know that people with dyslexia are still getting the most out of life with their massive dicks. So, brilliant.
Exactly.
Well, One thing I would say, though, if you do have dyslexia, James probably isn't the best person to watch. It'll probably increase your dyslexia even further, so...
Which we wouldn't recommend.
No. Also, a regular on the show and international superstar Ross the Fashion Man has commented and has entered the contest, so...
Excellent.
Clearly his career can't be going that well if he's entered this for some Sharpie pens, but anyway.
Well, maybe he can use those pens to write some lyrics.
Yep, or shove them up his arse, alternatively. He's put, yeah. Check out my channel, mate. Ross Wilcock here. Check out my channel. I have an album out. Check that out also. I wasn't a big fan of your video, just wanted to advertise my stuff, so there we go.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably better than what James is doing.
Absolutely.
The final comment we've got from this little fan segment, this comes in from Professor Richard Mallory. He says, "Not being funny, but you keep posting the same old content, and it's getting on my nerves.
Right.
I used to watch you back in the day when you did DVD reviews, but now you can't even do that." This is where it gets a little bit mean.
Yeah.
Instead, we have a fat, in capitals, silly little bald, in capitals, pisshead, who laughs at video game characters being turned green. This is where he really lays into him, so I think this is definitely a contender for a winner for this month. He says, "You are about as useless as temporary traffic lights. You come and go with no purpose or expectation. I will be reporting you to the police for wasting my time and other people's oxygen, you greedy pillock."
Well, I can right now confirm that is the winner of this month's Annoying James Johnson segment. There's a lot of thought that was put into that comment, and it definitely probably touched a nerve. So,
yeah,
Richard Mallory,
you've won.
PhD, you are the winner.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see the amount of doctors and professors that entered the contest.
Well, that's the majority of our fan base, because most of the people that actually listen to this show are in fact intellectuals with a better strive in life than someone like James the shit Wankstain Johnson.
Absolutely. So Mark Fuster from Norfolk and the other one, I forgot the other doctor's name. I think it was Dr. John Thompson of Cambridgeshire. You will be receiving gifts, a lump sum of money because of your profession, but unfortunately Ross and the other two will not.
Instead, the others, you get a pat on the back, and I'm sure we can sort out some runner-up prizes for the rest of the doctrines and professors.
Absolutely. I mean, we've got to just really spoil the big guys.
Well, it's just a case of giving them what they want, and clearly they've earned it.
Absolutely. And doctors are welcome on this channel because they seem to be more articulate in their responses to James.
Such as Anita.
Yeah, who is currently probably on the pavement.
Which wasn't really our fault, because two homosexuals came in and basically stole her.
Well, on the plus side, she's got a free flight home.
Exactly, so, and that's the main thing.
So she can go back home to Florida, get all snuggled up,
and live out the rest of her days knowing that she has in fact diagnosed James Johnson.
Yeah, hopefully someone there who'll look after her and put an ice pack on her face as well. So there you go.
That'll ease the bruising.
Absolutely. Is that it for this week?
We've also got to announce the Halloween contest winners. The costume
Oh,
contest.
yeah. Well, I mean, we've had some brilliant costumes this year, as opposed to last year when we wasn't on air.
So we've got really nothing to compare to, but in terms of the current costumes we've got, we've rounded it off to 3 different runners-up.
Yeah.
We've got in 3rd place Mrs. Goggins.
Yeah, absolutely. The giant rich tea biscuit. In number 2, we've got Hungry Bob, the black-faced Hungry Bob, who was attempting to do a tray passer, but any black man would do, because he very convincing, actually, I'd say, but
the voice was definitely a bit racy.
Absolutely.
But I think arguably number 1, and I'm sure you would agree with this, we've got to give it to Boris, the special yellow person.
Absolutely. I mean, he just looks ridiculous every day, so...
He lives his life looking like some sort of piss-covered ferret, and that's admirable.
Yeah, and I think actually Mrs. Goggins is here in the studio. She wants to give her personal favourite. I think, yeah, she's coming in now.
Hi guys, I'd just like to thank you for becoming 3rd place and all that, but I'd just like to tell you that my favourite one out of all of them, my favourite one has got to be Lance Anderson. And I thought his costume was really, really brilliant. It reminded me of something from Britain's Got Talent. You know, Britain's Got Talent. It reminded me of something from that. And it came as... Oh, what did he come as again? I forgot.
And on that note, I think that's going to do it for this special extended episode of the Reicher podcast for Halloween 2019.
Absolutely. Thanks to all of you that have emailed in this month.
You can also email in at reicherpodcast@gmail.com to enter into next month's edition of Annoying James Johnson.
Absolutely, that'll be an ongoing feature. That'll hopefully take us into the new year, so brilliant.
See you all in the November episode.
Absolutely. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everyone.